What a beautiful sunny day we have today. It's Saturday, the 2nd of May, and no cutting soybeans today, but going to be filling out some. Sorry, I'm looking around. I've got a few of these guys. They are going to be helping with, I think, the rodent problem that we have here at the equipment and the sheds. I'm going to be closing up some ruts, sprayer ruts and tracks in the fields that was formed over this last season. So yeah, that's going to be on my to-do list today. And then I bought like a small little sprayer that I'm going to put on my side by side that I'm going to use to spray some of the boundary fences and just anywhere you want to use that little sprayer. So that's on the to-do list today. Get all of that mounted, fixed, ruts closed, and these guys fed. I'll be taking the 8330 with that high-speed disc of mine, just to go and cover up those ruts that we made with the. I think most of it's from the sprayer. So yeah, those fields, they do tend to get a bit wet. I'm planning on putting in some drainage tile, even though I do not have a drain tile plow. I use a TLB, and then it takes quite a lot of time, but I do feel it's worth the time that it takes. Yeah. Now the header's also standing outside here in the rain. I'm just gonna put that away as well today. That's a 12-row gearing off. So I have not said too much about my gearing off header. So as I'm going to hook up the disc now, I think it's maybe time to give my review on a gearing off. So I grew up when I was 6-7 years old. Well, actually I should say since I can remember. So we ran an 844 IH head on a 715 international combine, and we had a 1440 axial flow that had a gearing off header on it as well, a 4-row gearing off. We were still in we were planting 8-row 36 inches at that time, and I must say between those two you could see I don't think that there was anything wrong with that IH head, but the gearing off was just way superior. And then we changed to 6-row, still at 36 inches. We went to a deer header, a 694 header, and don't shoot me, but I don't want a John Deere corn head ever again in my life. It does a shitty job at sizing stalks. No, it was not worn or anything. We bought it new. It just didn't do the same job that what the gearing off or even the old IH 844 head could do. So yeah, that was on a 694 head. So we changed over to a 6-row gearing off head. That was about 10 years ago. And we stuck with it. Yeah, I changed over to 30-inch rows on corn 2 years ago. So then we bought that 12-row gearing off header, and on my 6-row that we had it did 10 seasons. We had 0. I changed chains on the second to last year that I had it, and apart from that, there was no maintenance issues, no anything that we ever had on that head. So that's why I run gearing off. I've tested one of the, I think it's a Bacuda Eagle that comes from Brazil last season, and I was quite surprised. It is a cheaper head to buy. Just backing up to that desk. It is a cheaper head to buy, but it also did quite a really good job at picking corn, and with header losses it was really low. The only head that I'd like to try would be a Draco. But it seems to me like it's always a challenge to get a Draco on my farm or to get one tested. I have seen one of my friends. He tested one an 8 row 76. He didn't do too bad of a job. All the automatic deck plates and all that stuff. Uh, it seemed, in theory, it seemed really good. But yeah, I'd like to test one on my own farm. But up until then, I just think you stick to getting off. It's probably going to outlive everything else on the market, but that's just my 2 cents. Now I backed up now, just going to pick up the arms from the quick hitch, and there's some bushings in there. Just want to make sure that they're not in the way, and then I'll just get it hooked up. Okay, so I am here at the farm. So this is a contour wall. So I'm planting these rows straight across now. We've put in some drainage tile over there. So I did take one of the smaller discs a while ago just to try and level out the worst part of that ditch. But this wall, it's still got like a bit of a indent or lower part. So I'm just gonna go up and down here and just level that out. So yeah, you just get just gonna go in small increments. Don't want to loosen the soil too much. Just want to set the depth. So the roller at the back is what actually keeping setting the depth on this. But there you can see how uneven it is. So I'm probably gonna go back and forth a few times until I get it leveled out. Maybe a bit deeper. That's it. That's a sweet spot. Now I'm just gonna set the depth. So now every time I pick up the hitch and lower it, it's gonna go back to the same depth. Yeah. All right. Get some speed. So I'm starting to get it leveled out or smooth out every part that I go over it, and this is going to help when we go over it, so that the ride and the sprayer and the plant and everything is just more easier or subtle, and it's not that, because otherwise you go with the sprayer over that, you'll get that those booms will be whipping, and yeah, everything is just, you need to get your fields leveled out. And if you don't close those ditches, what's going to happen is they're just gonna go. You get another big rain event like the field on top, that those ditches will just get bigger and bigger and bigger. So now I can see it starting to form quite nicely, and I'm just going to give it some speed so that it will do some leveling. I'm seeing I'm getting an engine error or engine ECU system error code popping up, so I'll probably have to get the dealer to come and look at that. This tractor is it's a dependable tractor and doesn't give me any issues. So maybe I just don't hope it's from the rats or the rodents that they might have chewed on some wirings. But yeah, I think this is almost going to be, I think this is about as good as I'm going to get it. So now I'm just going to go over it diagonally here at the bottom. Just like that, and just lower it. Just go over it straight. Yeah, I think, yeah, that should do it. So I'm a no-till guy, so I usually don't work or disc any fields, but the bottom half of this field I am going to apply lime, and there are some weeds down here that the mare's tail is really difficult to control, and I feel like this spot down here on the bottom is becoming a bit of a problem. So I'd rather just put because I'm seeing it's close to making some seeds. We did not have frost yet, so I'd rather come down here and take this high-speed disc, just work it. Turn the soil around, and we are going to be applying that compost. And I don't think it's going to be better working the ground than rather coming in here and trying to spray it and kill it with herbicide, which could also work. But I'm going to incorporate that compost. So it might sound like it might be working this field double, but I'm not going. It's not going to be. I'd rather. I just feel this is the way that I need to do it. So I'd rather do it this way. And I'm running it for the first pass now. I'm running that high-speed disc really shallow. It's not too deep. I'm just cutting off the weeds, making sure I'm getting them out with all the roots and everything, and just creating also a bit more, starting to level out the ground. Not that it's not that level, but it has been a while since this field has been worked or tilled, and there are some ruts. It's not bad, but leveling it out, it just makes it so much easier when you cut soybeans as well. It's just you get to cut so much closer to the ground. So yeah, it does have its advantages running it maybe 2 times. It's going to be super level. But firstly, it's the reason is to take out the weeds, level it out, and second is going to be when we're going to be incorporating the compost. There's going to be some micronutrients that I also want to spray, especially on this bottom half and on the other side of that field. There's going to be, I already created the prescription, just waiting on the product, and when I receive that product, I'll probably go out there and just apply it and get it done, and then it's one thing ticked off the box for next season.